Hey everyone, it's Dr. H, your friendly war game guy at the Air Command Staff College, and this video is going to be a little bit about air defense. How does air defense work in the game? So, air defense is projected by, in a small amount, headquarters, and in a large amount by markers, SAM markers, right? So we had this Patriot battery marker here. Let me get my arrow over here. We got a Patriot battery marker hanging loose. And this Patriot battery marker is going to project, right, its range is 5 hexes. So within 5 hexes, it's going to shoot at anything that flies that it wants to shoot at, right? Or at least it'll have the opportunity. So let's say that this is an evil Belarusian Patriot system, just for the sake of the demonstration, right? I know Belarus doesn't have Patriots, but for the sake of the demonstration, right, we're going to make this happen. So, and this helicopter unit is going to strike this Belarusian artillery unit, right? So that's the story. So right when it takes off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's not there, but the target, right, this Belarusian artillery unit is within 5 hexes of the Patriot. So the Patriot is going to try to shoot at the helicopter. And mind you, this could be an airplane, this could be this could be cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, anything that comes within range of the Patriot has a chance to shoot at. The first question is, does the Patriot detect it? Right, so Patriot detection value is 9, right? That's the first number. So we'll come to the 9 column here. There are some modifiers that you can study. And then we're going to roll a die, right? Remember, positive modifiers hurt you, negative modifiers help you. ED means early detected. We're actually going to go and get interceptors in that case, right? So interceptors are pulled from the air superiority box. Remember, the air superiority box is all the way back from early air superiority is going to be this box here. It says air superiority missions. Whatever survived that long can be used. So you can fly and you can pull your interceptors from the interceptor box and fly interception and shoot. If the package, and we'll talk about putting packages together, has escorts. The escorts you're gonna have air-to-air combat, hopefully, and then you had to get hopefully you'll get through the escorts and you'll actually intercept the bombers. Or alternatively, the bombers are flying alone and unafraid, and you'll just shoot at them. We'll talk about more of that when the time comes. Right now we're just talking about some basics, but that's what ED means. I can go and I can get some interceptors. I can also, once I've either ED or if I just get D, right, I can then engage with SAMs. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the SAM value, which in this case is 8, and I'm going to come over to SAM 8, and this is the column that I'm going to look at in terms of possible results. What you'll notice, right, is there are some modifiers, and there are a few other things to take into consideration, but we're going to roll. And then we're going to read off here our results. So X, right, unit takes half of the step damage, and it continues. If you get an A result, the attacking player has a choice. He can either abort all of the flights, no risk, or he can press. If you roll, for every unit that presses, you're going to roll a die, right? So that die can come up 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Step loss for the bomber, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to be a +2 passed on. Or you can get a +2 or a +1. What does +2 or +1 mean? That is the number added to the die roll of the striking vehicle once it gets there. So if we flew through here, right, we've got a helicopter, it's going to come through, it gets a +2. That means when I come over here and I'm doing my attack on the strike chart, here, right, so planes, helicopter 2 down here, one of the additional modifiers is going to be +2, right? So whatever I roll, I'm going to add 2, and then all the other DRMs to it, right? Which is also noted there, right? Samfire modifier. Note that this applies to cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, helicopters, airplanes, everything. So everything gets a chance to get shot at, or is a chance to get shot at with a Patriot. Keep in mind that if you're also within 2 hexes of a headquarters unit, you get to use the local table. Local's not great, right? It's first column, but it's worth a shot. And also keep in mind you have a chance to detect people if you have air superiority, right? This is a rule for us, not a rule that you're gonna, not a rule published in the original books, but a rule for us. The side with air superiority has an increased chance of early detection and sending in interceptors, even if there aren't necessarily any SAMs around. So these are all things to keep in mind when we talk about air defense fire and ground units and how they defend. We've used these a lot. Hopefully you're pretty familiar with them, and I've just reminded you of the key points more than anything else. But keep in mind, air defense fire comes from SAMs or headquarters units. Remember, your SAM is red detection, SAM value, and range and hexes. You can shoot at pretty much anything that flies. Note that this also will include things like heliborne movement, air movement, and other sorts of another movement that takes place in the air. So you'll also get to shoot at those with SAMs. Your SAMs are pretty good. Expect them to get blown up a lot. And expect you as the JFAC to be begging the J4 to spend a lot of points to get those back up because you need them really, really badly. Or if you're the J4, just know this is going to get blown up a lot and I'm going to spend a lot of points to get them back. We're going to detect. You remember, early detection means interception and SAM fire. Just detection means SAM fire, right? SAM fire is down here. Your results can be damaged, right? Flip over, ask the attacking player, do you want to abort and not take damage, or do you want to risk damage? And press the attack. Or +2 or +1 is transferred over to the attack itself. So anyway, this has been how largely ADF fire works in the game. Hopefully this has armed you with some knowledge and prepared you for the coming storm or something. Look, you try ending 50 videos or whatever, you're going to eventually say some weird things. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it, and I'll see you in the next one.